What is up, my crypto legends? How's everyone doing today? Let's analyze the situation. Get ready for this week to come, guys, because I'm really excited. I want to get those trades banging again, guys. Looking for those scalps, those day trades, okay? Not swing trades, no trades open. Closed most of the longs at that $19,000 range. And, you know, we're looking for shorts, blasted off all the way up here above $21,000. And now is what we are going to analyze, guys, because I'm going to explain how Bitcoin right now is at a critical range where the market could suddenly turn extremely bullish for the next coming months, only if we do break out this huge, big, major resistance zone of $22,000 range. You might think to yourself, but why, Andy? Why suddenly, you know, I thought you were still bearish. You know, why would you think that? You know, I'm still think that this is a very strong rejection point, guys. Now, this is a critical level. You know, depending on what we do in the next coming hours, you know, next couple of days, by tomorrow potentially, is going to give me my decision for those trading scenarios, guys. Remember, I'm very, very patient to see what kind of price action we do, you know, and right now we are just hitting resistance, just like we were hitting resistance at the $19,000 range. This is another resistance zone. This is why we're getting this stop. So far, we are getting this kind of movement here, getting the reaction. Is it a kind of an exhaustion movement right over here, as we were having here for the last, you know, between yesterday and today? Is this getting exhausted? Are we going to correct, or are we going to blast through? There's a lot of people very optimistic saying, hey, you know, we're going to absolutely blast through this range, right? This is over. You know, a lot of people, most of the people are not expecting a bull run right now, but it could happen, you know, it could happen, you know. It's an unexpected pump. So we're going to have more unexpected pump. However, I will not become bullish until we finally break above this $21.5, $22,000 range successfully, with high volume breaking 23 up all the way up to $24,000 range. You might ask yourself, why? Why would you turn bullish when we break that level? Well, it's all about market structure, right? Let's go to the basics, right? Let's go to the basics, zoom out on the higher time frames. This is the daily, and analyze the situation here. We have been in a brutal bear market for over a year right now, creating very aggressive lower highs and higher lows, as you can see here on the chart. So this would be that kind of the last lower high range for me to be confident that we are potentially changing the structure here for massive bullish momentum in the coming weeks, right? It just makes sense, okay, looking at the market structure. So that would be the main reason why, guys. As long as we are still below this range and we potentially hit 21.5, 22, 22.5 and have this kind of price action, this is going to be a red alert, guys. If we suddenly get a consolidation above this $21,000 range, okay, in between 21, 22 approximately, you know, around that range, getting that volatility for the next coming days, and we do not manage to successfully have more momentum to the upside, this is going to be a very, very big red flag, guys, okay? And this will be one of the moments that I will be taking that decision. I will be sharing with the community, sharing on YouTube, you know, what am I looking for here? What are my trading scenarios? Obviously, I would be aggressively looking for short positions if we were not having a huge breakout. If we suddenly have a huge breakout and we start getting that volume kicking in here very aggressively, okay, on this breakout from the most important lower high structure range here from this macro bear market, this will be breaking structure. Then this on the macro will be creating a higher high, okay? This will be creating a higher high on the macro, and we haven't seen this for a long time. There was a little bit of a fake out here, as you can see. So this is the kind of price action exactly that I was talking about in the next coming seconds, right? Let's go to the basics, keep it simple, guys, and then we can analyze Bitcoin, take a look at the levels, look at the price action and what could happen, okay, where we could see those trading opportunities. Also jump on the S&P 500 is also at a critical range here between 4,000 4,100. You know, it needs a big breakout from this zone. I'm going to explain it right away in just 1 second. As long as we are below the 4,100 points, I'm still you know, quite bearish. I do see this being a fake out. If we do start forming a double top scenario above 4,000 points on the S&P, it's going to be a very big red flag as well, guys. That's going to be a clear sign of exhaustion, and that reversal to the downside here from this uptrend that we've had for the last few weeks is imminent if that does happen. Okay, so we'd have to get ready, okay, for that kind of price action to take action. Going back to Bitcoin here, like I said, change of structure, we would have to see a big massive breakout from this, you know, 21,121, well, basically the highs are here, right? But I want a clear breakout, okay? If this were to happen, then I would be pretty confident and, you know, continue to long, all right, into bigger corrections. Of course, if we have a breakout here, I'm not going to long here the breakout. I would be waiting, you know, for major support levels to get those bounces. Obviously, you know that this will happen on the channel, so make sure to you know, subscribe, pay attention for the next coming videos. I'm going to go quickly say hello to the community, say hello in the comment section, and we're going to go through what I see for Bitcoin on the daily, 4 hourly. We can zoom in on the 15-minute time frame, look for those tiny little movements where we could take some, you know, some potential trading opportunities. In no trade for the moment on Bybit, okay, on crypto for the moment, but I am looking for shorts if we do get these exhaustion, okay? I'm more looking for shorts here at this range if we do get that exhaustion, potentially claim the highs right over here and get rejected, okay? I just cannot long these small little consolidations to claim this high, which I do think, you know, is very possible I'm going to claim the high. But, you know, when we have such massive pump like this with hardly any large corrections, you know, this for me, I personally cannot long, okay, looking for a day trade, swing trade. Yes, I could long scalp. I could do some scalping long in positions. We talked about, you know, that potential scalp long, scalp short here on yesterday's live stream. We're going to talk about many scenarios as well, you know, in this live stream as well, to see what could happen, where we could get those levels for those trading opportunities right in between today and tomorrow. So make sure to get a cup of tea, smash up that like button, guys, on your way in, because you know that this is just pure educational content. You know, we're just sharing knowledge, trading ideas, technical analysis, and of course, taking a look at your analysis as well. Let's go through the comment section, say hello to the community right away, and we can start off, you know, with some major levels and analysis. Right, Hakuna Matata Bitcoin, how are you doing? Javier, Gary, how are you doing? I'm hoping that you say that Bitcoin will go down, because the last time you said it, Bitcoin went up massively. I'm hoping that you say that Bitcoin will go down, because the last time you said it, Bitcoin went up massively. Okay, so I guess you want it to go up. Yeah, maybe the last time. It was the last time. People only remember, you know, the bad time, the last time. All right, people seem like do not remember, you know, that I was extremely bullish at this $16,700 range. I actually longed it all the way up to $19,000 area where I took most of my profits. Hey, could I have had more profits? Yes, but, you know, it is what it is. You don't remember this, right? You're not going to write this on the comment section, right? You're not putting that, you know, this was an insane prediction. You're just going to talk about this one, you know, was a bad prediction. Well, hey, it is what it is. People only remember the bad things, right? Not the good things, which is a shame. Time to short. Awondy. Hey, yeah, I am looking for shorting scenarios. I cannot long this range. Hey, can this pump continue? Absolutely. I see big resistance. We're going to go through those resistance levels, all right, on the daily time frame, on the 4 hourly. I'm going to talk about, you know, how I'm trying to read this exhaustion and where I'm going to take those opportunities. Yo, Andy, you're ready to shoot. Dudu, how are you doing? Maybe 21,300 and down to 20K. Is this a bull trap like all-time high 69K? Well, like I said, we haven't broken macro structure, guys, you know. Going through the basis on Bitcoin, you know, the basics is, you know, basically market structure, for example, right? We've got market structure, we've got support and resistance. Overall, this market structure, yes, it does look like we want to have a potential relief rally here. You know, it's very, very possible we could have that relief rally in the coming months. Only if we do break this level, I would be more confident that higher levels is happening. It's just the same as here, right? I was pretty bearish at this range. As soon as we started breaking here, you know, this higher low structure, we started to break structure, and then I'm saying, hey, this for me is a confirmation. I am happy that to see the price to go to lower levels, right? So I need a confirmation of this, you know, breakout of structure, and for me, it's going to be this last lower high, like I explained, right? Just keeping it very, very simple. We have a large amount of volume on this breakout. You know, I would be pretty confident that that continuation to the upside is very, very likely before we see, you know, a big major correction. So far, you know, let's see if we do get that breakout, right? Much love from Boston, says Maz. How are you doing? I just want to say I was wrong also with that huge pump, but it doesn't not mean we always it doesn't mean we always wrong. Your TA always spot on and really appreciate you so much as Maz. Yeah, absolutely. It is what it is. Hey, the most important thing, you know, I feel bad for people, and you probably would have noticed on yesterday's live stream, because I'm suddenly getting messages of people burning their account, you know, and actually being really sad, and that makes me really, really sad, okay, for them, because you know, the most important thing is not only you know, wow, what an insane prediction, your predictions are crazy, you know. I don't get really excited when I you guys must have known this, you know. Sometimes, yes, you know, sometimes I'm like, hey, this was exactly as predicted, you know. I never usually say that, but sometimes like, hey, we absolutely crushed it. Look at this. We went to this level. We got rejected here. We bounced from here. But I'm usually not super excited on this because, you know, the risk management is the key thing, guys. You can take a look at all of these videos, guys. We were predicting, if you take a look at videos of November, so many different movements and pumps and rejection. This high was predicted here to the exact dollar. You can take a look at those videos on the 13th, 14th of November, claiming this high and getting that rejection very, very likely from after claiming this high, as well as in, you know, looking for this big major drop, because this was basically in a very ascending channel support level, you know, and likely to be broken. It got broken, and, you know, anyway, a lot of movements here for the last few months have been insanely accurate, guys. You can take a look at those videos on YouTube. The only one you know, for the last few months that I can remember, and please leave it in the comment section if you do remember any bad prediction from this range. You know, drop it off in the comment section. We'll go through it, but I cannot remember. The only one was this potential short. Most importantly, losing money here? No. Losing capital? Absolutely not, guys. And if it was going to be a small amount because of, you know, relatively tight stop loss. And I feel sad for a lot of people, guys. Very, very sad, because I see people that are still in trades, you know, even from lower levels, shorting from lower levels, and, you know, price action is at $20,000 range, and they are just holding the loss. And even using margin trading, not isolated, meaning that margin trading, your liquidation price is basically your entire account, okay? Your entire account, as long as you have, you know, for example, just a quick example, $10,000 Bitcoin, your trade positions can go all the way to minus 10,000. Well, not exactly minus 10,000, or depending on how much margin you need to lock for that, you know, contract position. Then, you know, your liquidation price is your entire capital, basically, you know. And this, I'm seeing a few pictures on this, and I'm like, wow, you know, you just hoping for a turnover, you know. There's people just holding massive losses, expecting, you know, wishing that the price will come back down, guys. We do not want to do this. We do, you know, Cannot stress enough. Hey, I got stopped out at break even. I told the community on the Telegram group, hey, I'm waiting to see exhaustion. We did not see that exhaustion. Obviously, I cannot long from this level. This is a level of resistance, you know. I can long scalp here potentially, or scalp short, but I cannot get into a day trade, swing trade here for a long. You know, my swing trade longs were all the way down here. You guys know this, you know, from the first week of January. I was long in this range, okay? We talked about the double bottom, this, that. You know, very likely that this high of 17 was going to be claimed. And also above $18,000. You know, there was a very nice video here on the, like, 5th or 6th of January, approximately, calling for $18,000 and even higher. Yeah, this was the level for longing. I cannot long at this resistance zone, guys. It was just... I can't long at that level, basically. It's just not. I long at support. I don't long at resistance, you know, and I short at resistance. We're at resistance levels, you know. I'm looking to have very good risk management to get in one of those perfect short positions. You know, let's see if that does happen. You know, today's Sunday, still Monday. Let's get that volatility and those reactions. Let's see what the market makers are doing, guys, because tomorrow's Monday. Hopefully tomorrow's not a bank holiday, right? We need to check. I think not. Tomorrow is the 16th of January. Let me just check, guys, because I think that I know there was one day in January, but I don't think it's right now. It's not the 16th, sorry. So, Monday, oh yes, it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Okay, so tomorrow is a bank holiday on the stock market. Damn it. Damn you. So probably not going to see much volatility tomorrow either. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yeah, and then the next bank holiday is the 20th of February, I can see here. So tomorrow's stock market is closed. Yeah. Right, let's take a look. Andy is my crypto legend, says Jennifer. Thank you. Teddles, how are you doing? Gary, he is saying what he see on the chart. Protecting position matters, man. What's going on with Gary? Never FOMO in one rule. Number one rule, never FOMO in. Absolutely not. Bank holiday tomorrow. Yes, it is. Yeah, unfortunately. So we're probably not going to have much volatility. Tomorrow markets are closed. Yes. Bank holiday. Yeah, it rang a bell. Andy, resistance levels and support levels. What is the difference, Mr. Mad? Wow. Well, I guess you are pretty new. Hopefully, you're gonna enjoy this your trading learning curve. Basically, a resistance level is when you have a lot of strong levels above the price action, right? Where you've had, you know, a lot of a price action consolidation. It's hitting Fibonacci levels, okay? That could be big levels of resistance. Potentially, I don't know, volume candles, volume profile. I mean, there's all sorts, okay? Resistance means it's a strong level above the price action. Support means that you have a strong level below price action, right? So below price action is support, above price action is resistance. That is basically the difference. Martin Luther King, yes it is. 500 people watching, guys. Smash up that like button. People are very lazy with smashing the like button, guys. If you're that lazy on clicking on the like button, you know, you're probably lazy into getting into some trades as well. So yeah, please smash up the like button here for the algorithm, guys. If you want me to continue on YouTube. Crab harmonic pattern, says Maz, on the daily from 22,800 maybe to next week to reach 23k. What do you think? Wow, let's take a look at this potential crab pattern. Yeah, very possible. I think this is a pattern that I haven't looked yesterday, and you saying to hit round about 23k. So far, let's take a look at this high, you know, to the low, to this high. So that is round about 50% fib level. Here is round about, you know, 75% retracement all the way here. And then you saying to 23K for a crab pattern. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci numbers here on this harmonic pattern, okay? Because I don't know them by heart. The only one I know by heart is the Gartley pattern and which one else? Deep crab pattern. Also bat pattern. Let's take a look at those fib numbers, guys, to see if we, you know, there's very possible. Very possible, but we got a lot of resistance. Okay, so this is basically it. Bat pattern. Well, bat pattern here is telling me that, you know, the 0.88 is, you know, the level here. So I think we probably are just round about the 0.88, right, where we are getting that consolidation. If we do zoom in, we've had a little bit of volatility. We've claimed the highs. But it does make sense that, you know, this is a potential rejection point. 0.88 here for a bat pattern. So far, those fib levels are, you know, are pretty good. You know, we're hitting 50% fib level. It's in between the 382 and the 50%. It's between the 382 and the 0.88, so we could have a very large correction here from B to C. As you can see here, it's at 75%. And then we have in between the 1.618 and the 2.618. Overall, the D point at the 0.88 here. And this is where we are consolidating, and there's a lot of resistance at this range. On some exchanges, we haven't claimed this high, such as Bitstamp, okay, and many other ones. So if we do take a look at the Fibonacci levels from the high to the low, you know, you could arguably discuss that, you know, we are consolidating basically at the 0.88, right? Right over here, the 0.88 here in yellow. This is where we at. Critical range here for that potential bat pattern to get the rejection, guys. This is a very interesting level, guys. Very interesting zone. Like I said, I'm looking to enter shorting position here at this range. Andy, rising wedge on the 4 hourly chart. We can take a look at that as well. Let's take a look at the rising wedge on the 4 hourly time frame. Rising wedge on the 4 hourly time frame. Yeah, on the 4 hourly time frame, rising wedge. Yeah, I cannot see rising wedge on the 4 hourly time frame. I'll tell you where there was a good trade on Solana. It was a nice, you know, short entry. I do see this kind of a symmetrical triangle potentially on the 30 minute, on the 15 minute, on Bitcoin at the moment. Oh, we're having a bit of a correction here, a bit of volatility kicking in, guys, right now. A little bit of volatility kicking in. We had a nice wick to 20,300. See what happens. Let's see what happens. We haven't claimed this low. It's been a bit of a swing failure from these lows. It would be nice to claim this low over here and get acceptance back in, guys, for a potential long. Yeah, we're having a bit of volatility right now for some reason. Yeah, we're basically at the very end. Yeah, we're creating higher highs and lower lows, low highs, sorry, and higher lows here for the last couple of days. You know, between yesterday and today, basically. Had a little bit of a pop out here. Bit of volatility kicking in. On Solana, there was a good shorting entry, guys. And I was just analyzing this before the live stream, okay? So why was there a good shorting level on Solana? It was basically a swing failure pattern. I mean, I would say you could potentially re-enter just about, but you had a great entry here, guys. Let me know, why do you think that this was a good shorting level on Solana, okay? We haven't got much levels here if we zoom out, and it's one of our favorite scenarios here mentioned on YouTube, okay? One of the trading strategies that is mentioned here on YouTube, of course. and that is of course a swing failure, but giving you that nice entry level. Where would be that entry level? Of course, you know, it's basically right over here. I think we did just tap that level. So what happened? You had a failed breakout from this high, you know, right there, and we get the 618 from this high to this low, and you're basically touching it to perfection here. Right over here, you can see the 618 fib level is this first blue level right there. It's a quick little shorting position. Obviously, you know, I would consider protecting. There's always time to get in back into a short if you do get this kind of consolidation. You know, stop loss above this high. You are aiming at least to claim this low and this low over here for that liquidity grab on this massive pump, of course, right? This has been pumping crazy. I would be aiming for $21, $20 range on Solana here in the next coming days if I were entering a short position, right? That would be my end goal. But so far, getting that beautiful reaction from that 618 after that failed breakout, right? You failed breakout the high, bang bang, 618, and you're looking for lower here in this correction. Anyway, just a quick little potential short. We're getting that volatility, not a huge successful breakout, I would say, but yeah, I think, you know, this is, I would stay a little bit cautious. Massive wick. Hang on a second. I'm going to take a look at the order flow with this movement, because it's a bit of a fake out move here. A little bit of a fake out move. Yeah. This could actually go to lower levels. I don't like that breakout though. I want to see the candlestick. There's a lot of selling pressure here, not going to lie. There's a lot of selling pressure, at least on the Bybit chart. On the 1 minute time frame. Maybe a liquidation for long positions. Yeah, I mean, look at the wick. Even on the 1 minute time frame, the 30-minute, not a successful, not a huge breakout. I would like to see this candle closing here with a huge amount of volume. Then on any kind of retracement, guys, this would be your ticket, right, for a short position, right? Being confident that this massive volume, okay, has had a successful move down, and then on the retracement that it's having right now, obviously on the lower time frames, get into that short position. But I mean, this has just had a quick move up, even on the 5 minute, on the 3 minute, on the 1 minute. I mean, look at this. It's just a big wick. Not a clear breakout on this movement. Unfortunately, it could end up, you know, still breaking down though. Selling pressure is kicking in right now at this level on the lower time frame. So let's go through the comp section. Let's go through the comp section. Yeah, a lot of buying pressure also on the lows, guys. This is why we have this wick. A lot of orders being triggered at that level. Let's go through the comment section and see some opinions here from the people, from the community. Seboshi, Seb, how are you doing? Andy Bitcoinsensus, lots of requests to check BTC chart on other exchanges. Scam wick. Yeah, we do have a scam wick, you could potentially say here. This is the Bybit US dollar pair. We can take a look at, shall we take a look at, let's take a look at BitGet. BitGet is another derivatives exchange that a lot of people use. well, we haven't got such a large wick here. Ooh. Yeah, we haven't got such a large wick here on. Yeah, Bybit are gonna have to be careful with these wicks. Okay, we haven't got a wick on BitGet. We haven't got. Let's double check here. Coinbase. I would think that the spot exchanges don't have it. We do not see that scam wick on the on Coinbase. We do not see it on Bitstamp. We do not see it on Index, obviously. Binance, yeah, it's basically on the Bybit. They're gonna have to, you know, they're gonna have to be careful with these wicks to the downside. Wick is not big on Binance. Yeah, it's not on Qcoin. Yeah, basically Bybit is the only one that's having this movement down. Yeah, Gary, hey, you and your followers deserve better than these scam wicks on Bybit. Please stop plugging Bybit. Hey, I'm actually going to talk with Bybit today, okay? Because I do have, you know, contact with them, of course, because you know, I am sharing their platform. Hey, it's the one that I use. My trading funds are on Bybit and Prime XBT, obviously. They're the only two. I haven't got funds on BitGet. I haven't got funds on any other ones. If I need to start using other ones in the future because of this, okay, we were very much aware on this. I spoke to you know, Bybit as well just a few weeks ago. Yeah, this basically, you know, this was another one. You know, there was one or two wicks here. Okay, there was this one right there. Hey, if they are not going to control their, you know, this volatility, who knows? You know, so far for me, I haven't been affected by, you know, a couple of wicks. Okay, it's fine. But overall, yeah, I am going to talk about them because I'm saying, hey, a lot of people in the community are getting mad with these kind of movements. You know, totally transparent. I'm going to talk about it in between today and tomorrow. This is the exchange that I trade on. I have my capital there and I'm talking about it a lot, okay, because obviously I'm affiliated with them. So, and I do say, you know, I'm going to say, hey, people do not like these kind of movements, you know, that if when they see these kind of movements, they want to start using some other exchanges. So, yeah. Smash the like button for Andy's wick. Binance no wicks. Bybit has more wicks because of more derivative liquidity. Yeah, this is also true. You know, you're not going to see this on spot exchanges. This is why the first exchange I was taking a look at was, you know, BitGet basically, BitGet perpetual contract, and yeah, it's not there. It's not there. What OKX? They also do derivatives. Yeah, no wicks on there. Let's take a look at Femex. Is Femex around? Well, yeah, never mind. Yeah, Femex doesn't have it. Yeah, there's something to talk about, guys. no doubt in my mind. Because I don't like this, you know. I don't want to be talking about an exchange where they're just going to start having, you know, massive wicks, volatility. So far, obviously, I do not get. I haven't been affected by a couple of wicks, you know, for the last few months. It's just a couple of wicks. It's acceptable. If this does happen every single day, obviously, you know, it would be time to move on to another exchange. But so far, it's very, very rarely this does happen. I made money on that wick. Don't complain. Let's have fun. Yeah, this is another thing. You know, try and, you know, get into those wicks, guys. You've been wicked. I got wrecked yesterday with Bybit wick. Yeah, what wick? I think this movement up and down has happened on the other exchanges as well. Let me just double check that, guys. This did happen on the other exchanges as well, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, this movement here happened. What wick yesterday? There was no wick yesterday. This movement was on all exchanges. The price action is the same on yesterday on every exchange. So yeah. This is wicked, says Felipe Gutierrez. Yes, absolutely. It's not happened on Binance. Yeah, this is just basically derivatives wick, okay? It happens sometimes. I've got to say, it happens. Sometimes it happens on other exchanges. I've seen larger wicks on Binance, okay, than on Bybit, I've got to say. I've seen larger wicks on Binance. It is, part of the game. This is why you want to play defensive trading as well. And not use too much leverage. When the wick helps you, you're happy. When it wrecks you, it is bad. Make your mind, guys. Yeah, this is the thing. Whoever shorted, thinking, wow, yeah, I just took profits all the way down here. Wicked games. One of the reasons I stopped using Bybit, a lot bigger wicks than everywhere else. Never a problem on Binance futures. Mari, I have seen larger wicks on Binance. Before on Binance futures, no doubt. I will get some ready if you want to show them on tomorrow's live stream if you wish, but I can't remember right now. But there's been large wicks also on Binance futures. It's just something that happens, guys. Right. Yeah, guys, let's just leave the wick alone, okay? This is where I do my analysis. I'm going to have to, do analysis on other exchanges. I'm going to talk about this wick, okay, with the Bybit team, because I think it's it's not acceptable. We do not want to see movements on this exchange, and on other exchanges we do not. Okay, I'm affiliated with them. I do get an affiliate commission, of course, if I talk about the exchange. But it's the one that I use. I like to have my funds and talk about the exchange that I use. Start having these movements, yeah, they're gonna have to give some explanations. That is what it is. I'm not married to them. Let Andy focus on the TA. Wicks happens as Mystic. Yeah, exactly. Andy, you are very intelligent and loved. Okay, please, can you analyze multiple harmonics in the 1 hour on Bitcoin? Wow, okay, let's take a look at that. ET1 investment, we can do that. We can do a harmonic kind of, live stream. Why not? Take a look at potential harmonic scenarios. Yeah, we can do that on the 1 hourly time frame. Andy, any reason you use the BTC US dollar versus the BTC US dollar perpetual chart for analysis? Any reason? No reason. I think there is slightly more volume, at least on Bybit US dollar pair, so actual Bitcoin using for leverage. So they actually use the Bitcoin, not using US dollar tether. I think there is slightly more volume. I need to double check that because it's a long time since I haven't checked it. I like to take a look at the chart where there's a lot of volume, right? So if there's US dollar pair using actual Bitcoin perpetual, there's much more volume than the US dollar tether, then I will be using the Bitcoin one because there's more volume. It's more liquidity. I'm more confident for the analysis and volume, basically. That is the main reason, but I have to double check that. It's been a long time since I haven't checked. Let's go through. Yeah, let's talk about many potential harmonics here. Where did you take a look at order flow? Exo chart is a good example. There's different ones. There's Coinalyze. Exo chart is relatively cheap. There's Atas as well, which is free for cryptocurrency. You can take a look at all sorts there. Order flow, open interest. But Exo chart is the one that I am using currently. It's relatively cheap. It's about $30 a month. So yeah, but Coinalyze is free. Atas is also free for cryptocurrency. You can use them as well. Yeah, let's go through some potential scenarios here. We've had this wick down on Bybit. So let's just think that this is just a bit of noise here. potential harmonics on the 1 hourly time frame. I mean, there's just a little bit, the thing about harmonics on the very low time frame, there's just a little bit of too much volatility, right? Because obviously for bearish harmonics, right, I want to see a spike here, for example, a low, lower high, which, you know, you could decide this one or this one. You know, this is just a bunch of volatility. This is the thing of the lower time frames. You just got a lot of movement. But yeah, this would be the case for one, for example. You know, you could potentially get a well, not now with this movement. This would still be validated, of course, because this only happened on the Bybit chart. But you could have a, you know, a potential harmonic to come to the 7.8, 7.9 range here, right? This would be a Gartley pattern. You got a strong daily level as well, so you could hit that 7.8, you know, 7.9, you know, 80. Get a wick here. This is a daily level, and we're going to go through that daily level right away. It's a potential rejection point. I would be a little bit cautious with shorting positions, of course, if we do get a breakout with volume. So this is a harmonic that I would be, you know, cautious about. This is a daily level from the 5th and 6th of November. Daily close and open here, as you can see right there. And it's a level where we could get that. You know, it got rejected here on the 14th of January with it, you know, getting slightly above. It got, you know, rejection here to perfection almost with this wick up, as you can see right there. So we came and touch it. There's a lot of volatility right there. If we take a look at this high over here to the low, yeah, 7.8 basically. But that daily was very much respected. This is very fast movements. Obviously, I would be cautious with bearish, you know, for example, on the 1 hourly, a bearish Gartley pattern, right, from a clear high, low, low. If we do break here with some big momentum, you know, I wouldn't short it. I would not short here a pump to this level of 21,250, you know, 250, 290 range. You know, if we are pumping to that level, I'm not going to short the pump, guys. What I would personally short potentially is if we do get a reaction here on a couple of 1 hourly candles, getting that rejection from this point, because it's getting a reaction. It's getting a reaction from the daily zone here. It's getting a reaction from the 7.8, and that is a potential harmonic Gartley pattern, and you could get that fake out. All right, if it's going to be low volume and you start rolling over here at this range and having several hour candles at the 21,200, 21,300, then it's obviously a turning point. You're seeing that bullish pressure that is potentially not going to get, you know, is going to have that rollover. These are very difficult trades on lower time frames, because if it is a fake out when you are squeezing in a kind of a symmetrical triangle, usually fake outs are very, very fast. You're not going to have time to get into, you know, it's going to consolidate, get exhausted, and then you can enter the trade. Usually when you get squeezed in on a symmetrical triangle like this, if it's a fake out, it will be fast, just like this wick here on Bybit, for example. It's just like boom, bang. It's bang, bang. So it will be a difficult one. But, you know, I mean, if the risk to reward, if the risk to reward is going to be 5-to-1 from your stop loss, you know, it's always worth it, guys. It's always worth it. If you are going to get, you know, imagine entering here at 21.3, right? And, you know, you can have your stop loss at 21.6, for example. You know, if it were to be a fake out, usually when it's a fake out, either to the downside or to the upside, the next impulsive move is pretty aggressive, right? To get all of those breakout traders, you know, liquidated, right? So usually you would have at least here a 4-to-1, 5-to-1 risk to reward trade potentially, all right? Finally looking for that, you know, for that movement down, for that projected move, and that that correction that the price does really need, right? After this massive pumpy action we've gone parabolic, guys. This hasn't had a proper cool off. So, you know, you can get stopped out 2-3 times with trades like this, you know, because once you get that right trade, you know, you're paying off 5-6 stop losses. It is how you need to play the game, of course. So it's a possibility. It would be interesting to see a pump to 21.3 range, and then get that heavy rejection, you know, because you could always have really good risk management with that potential fake out move and move down. But this needs to break out in the next coming hours, up or down. I would personally say down after seeing this movement down here on Bybit. I think people are going to be a little bit aware of this movement down on Bybit, and maybe they're going to start shorting like crazy. Very, very possible. But yeah, as you can see, we're getting squeezed, guys. In the next coming hours, we are out of this zone. So pay attention to this daily level, for example. Let's see if we do get a small little reaction, if it's going to be a fake out if we do pump. You know, my next option here would be claiming this high, waiting for a rejection, you know, and trying to get into a short. If it gets rejected, okay, there is always the possibility of this doing this, bang, and just breaking above the highs. Of course, I'm not going to short. I'm not going to ladder in a short and hope that this is going to turn around. No, absolutely not. This is not how, you know, I have learned to be a profitable trader. If I do that, I will lose money at the end of the day. Just being very, very cautious with moves and just pulling the trigger, guys, and have good risk management. So that would be an option right there, right? Because I'm only looking for high risk to reward trades. That would be an option. This daily level to be respected at 21,295. It is the 7-8 also from this high to the low approximately, slightly above that level. It's a level of a potential reaction. We got it once right there. Why not have it twice and have a fake out? Very, very possible. I would be paying attention right there, and good risk to reward. If it does pump like crazy and we start pumping like crazy, you know, it depends on how we claim this high. 21,400 range. This high claimed, if it's failed and we do get acceptance below the high again, I would be looking for an aggressive correction if that does happen. You know, it could hit 21.8 where we do have that weekly level as well. That's a weekly level from November, if I'm not mistaken. I'll take a look at right now. The weekly level from November. Hey, why not? It could claim it. It could claim it. It's a weekly level from September. From September. We got the weekly level from November here, October, November. This 21.8 is from September, so it's also a rejection point. Big guys. I'm not sure if the bears are going to let the bulls break the structure of this bear market, guys. Are we going to let the bulls? Okay. Well, I'm not going to let anyone. You know, I'm just a retail trader, of course, such as you here watching. But well, there might be some whales here watching. Who knows? Are the bulls going to let the bears? Let the bulls break their entire structure here of Bitcoin? Okay. I'm going to say no. Probably not. They're probably not going to let, you know, the bulls break this structure, because you know how much people and, you know, even market makers, even the whales, you know, this will be a moment of confirmation that we are likely to have more bullish momentum in the coming weeks, because we are basically shifting the trend. We'll be creating a higher high, guys, on the macro, right? Looking at November, December, January, it's a higher high since the last 2-3 months. That is already looking at the macro picture. Are the bears gonna let the bulls try and push above when they've lost all of the, when they've used all of the steam to move from 17k all the way here to 21k? I'm not sure. I think they are ready to push the price down. Bears are scared. It's a critical range, okay? It's a critical level here of resistance. It's, this is the decision point to see if we are trading, if we are changing the macro trend, guys. The macro trend will be decided after breaking this last big local lower high, which is this one right over here at $21,400 range. It's slightly been tapped. Decision point, guys. It's going to be very interesting. I would assume a correction is likely. Then we could potentially have another move up if we do bounce successfully as support. But overall, it's a rejection point for me. But too many people are bullish. We have to dump, says Moon Hunter. I also think so. I am starting to see influencers, Twitter. There's still some people remaining bearish, but there is a lot of hype right now saying, "Are you ready for the next big major pump?" The bottom is in. When you start seeing people are confident that the bottom is in, maybe the bottom is not in yet. Okay, I'm happy always to buying Bitcoin at these levels though. I've been dollar cost averaging here for the last few months. I'm happy to dollar cost average. Wherever the price is. Below or slightly above $20,000 range. So for me, it's a good range to accumulate. And he's not a crab, he's a whale. No, I'm more about a crab, right? I can't remember I'm not a shrimp. I used to be a shrimp back in 2018, but not a shrimp right now. I'll have to take a look at the numbers and I'll let you know. But I'm not a shrimp and I'm not a whale, okay? Yeah, I'm probably about a crab or something. I can't remember right now what is... It is on Twitter though. It is on Twitter. I would have a look on it at it, and I will tell you what I am. But it's something like a crab, I think. It's time to reset RSI. I see a lot of this on Twitter as well. I'm not an RSI guy. I do not trade based on RSI, Bollinger Bands, moving averages. But it's entertaining to see, okay, on the macro. We can take a look at this right away, guys. Okay, I'm just going to go here on Bitstamp. And it's the weekly RSI. I've seen many people talk about this on Twitter. Obviously, I like to go on Twitter. I only have things on Bitcoin and basically stock market and crypto in general. And I've seen quite a few of this, guys. And we can take a look at it right now. And you can give this is another main reason a lot of people are like really hyped up right now, saying, "Hey, we broke the a macro lower high RSI level." Yeah, I mean, this obviously does not, guarantee anything at 100%. Yeah, basically this is it right over here, basically. I'm just going to go through that in just 1 second. Right, so we got the lower high macro RSI level right here. That has just been broken right now with a pretty nice... Hey, a pretty nice pump, not going to lie. Moving pretty nicely. So RSI is on the macro creating a higher high, from October. The last lower high was in October. The macro lower highs for 2 years. We are breaking above it right now. So this could be the start, guys. Overall, this could still have a corrective move, the RSI, go to oversold, and then start the trend and create some, or create some bearish divergence, right? I mean, bullish divergence. Bullish divergence were created on the weekly. This was actually pretty good. The bullish divergence were created. You were having those lower lows on the price action and higher lows on the RSI. So... the bullish divergence were happening on the weekly RSI. So whoever was using, the bullish divergence on the weekly to be confident that we were going to go higher, then yeah, phenomenal. I didn't need the RSI to know that we were likely going to pump, from that 16.7, 16.9K range that we were trading, the last week. Very much predictable without using RSI. Pull back to 14K, says Major Danger. Maybe. I do have a bunch of stable coins that I would like to, if Bitcoin does come back down to around about 14K range, I would be happy to buy a few Bitcoin down there, because if we start pumping now, I'm not going to FOMO in. There's always a big rally in a bear market, right? I really remember this rally that we had back in 2019. Let me just quickly go to the Bitstamp chart. This was a big bear market rally, but bear market continued. The bottom was in, okay? The bottom was in. Obviously, we did have the C19 crash, almost getting close to the bottoms. So if we start getting a major rally like this on Bitcoin, I remember this. I actually FOMO'd in a little bit, at 10K, 12K levels. Because I was like, oh my goodness, I started investing here in crypto, buying, major drop, buying, then started pumping like crazy, buying, bought at all of this range. But if we start rallying here pretty nicely, moving up 40, 50% to the upside, I would say potentially then the bottom is in. Not that we could have a major correction after that movement up. So, if we do start tackling the $30,000, $35,000 Bitcoin range, in the next coming weeks, I'm going to say, it's very likely I'm going to say the bottom is in. We're potentially going to get close to it and then maybe rally up, by 2024, 2025. But if we start getting above, $25,000 successfully, having some movement up to $30,000, I will be one of those guys that's saying, hey, the bottom is likely in, but waiting for a corrective move to get close to the bottom again and start buying aggressively. Only if that happens, I would call, I would start calling the bottom, right, on social media, on YouTube. For the moment, no. Nearly 666, yes. Thank you, Seb. Thank you, Pac-Man, for joining the live stream. Healthy pullback is what we need, says Diddy83. Absolutely. No. Listen, we have to retrace to 30K, says Sam James. Maybe to massive short squeeze to 30K. If we correct, what levels are we to look at? Very good question, Felipe. We're going to start analyzing this in 1 second. Hey, Andy, are you seeing that bullish Gartley on BTC Weekly? BTC Weekly, bullish Gartley on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, is this it? Yeah, I mean, this is... Obviously, I would prefer a lower high on this, right? Okay, on, if this is the bullish Gartley that you're talking about, preferably you do want a lower high here. Okay, this has gone a little bit extended. I've been checking some other harmonics and it doesn't make sense for another harmonic. We should be coming much lower for any other harmonics. The only one that's at 7.8 is a cipher. And also, it's actually a potential cipher. Let me just double check that. But if this is the one since the C19 crash, you have a perfect retracement to the 618 here approximately. Then you got this slightly higher high at 113. And you're basically consolidating at the 7.8, 7.9, right? Which would be the Gartley pattern right there. So far, it's moving up. But yeah, I think this would be more of a cipher harmonic pattern. Let's take a look at those trading patterns here. 1 second. Yeah, I know the cipher is at the 7.8. Yeah, but the cipher wants you want a clear high here from A to C. But the 7.8 is the level of that potential bounce. You know, as you can see right here, it would be more of a cipher harmonic pattern where you have that movement to X to A, you have the corrective move. You know, it would be more of this one right there to the 618, but from A to C, there's a, you know, it's much larger percentage move to the upside. You know, it doesn't make sense with Fibonacci numbers. Ideally for a Gartley, of course, you want a lower high. You know, you want a lower high and then the 7/8. This is not the case. So let's take a look at some big major support levels if we were to have a corrective move. Well, obviously for me, a big support level would be the value area low, guys. Let's take a look at the VPVR here 1 second. Yeah, the value area low from this trading range, and you know, the VPVR, the point of control is at 19,200. We are above the 19,200 right now. It's a big strong of support. And we've also got the value area low at around about 18,800, right, from this trading range. It's a big level of support, that $19,000 range, guys. You know, just where we were sitting at here, where I did think that we were potentially going to get rejection, and we blasted off here. So that is really a good level of support. If we do start correcting, guys, I would be expecting a bounce from this range, no doubt in my mind. You know, we've had a massive run up here, guys. Expect a consolidation, a rejection. You know, I would be very, very surprised if we start seeing this kind of price action to the upside, right? Starting bang, 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 and, you know, in just a matter of a few days and starting to hit $25,000 Bitcoin. This would be a very, very unexpected pump. We can always expect the unexpected. This is why we want to trade safely. But yeah, strong support levels, looking at the macro, looking at the daily. If we take a look at the value area low, again, from this trading range, it is exactly at 18,800. We've got point of control. This is a critical support range. We also got, you know, the possibility of this resistance channel here. It got a bit of a reaction here. We go on the lower time frames that could hold as support. So I would be eyeing the 18.8, 19.2k level zone for a potential bounce. Like I explained, it's very much respected level here as support. You got the point of control from volume traded the last 7-8 months. Definitely a level where we could get that really nice bounce, guys. So that would be a level that I would be looking for a bounce. Obviously, if we start correcting aggressively, guys, with high volume, I'm going to be pretty confident that this correction is going to continue down till we finally get a big major local bounce. So what we need now is that confirmation move down to get into those shorting opportunities, guys, okay? I will share any shorts potentially on the Telegram, okay? Obviously on the videos that I make. If we do have a breakout, guys, remember, I'm not a breakout trader. If we break out with high volume, I will probably jump into some short trades if we do get, this kind of movement, right? Because if we start moving like this, I will be jumping into trades, at the retracement when we start hitting resistance levels. I'm not going to short while we break out. I need a confirmation move down, trade well below this massive trading zone, and we'll be leaving a nice big volume node. Okay, I'll be looking at value area low, looking for those day trades. So far, we're still in the zone here, waiting for a move out. Once we move out, I will be deciding if I'm taking any decision, movements. If it's a high volume candle here breaking above the level, maybe we're going to have to look for longs as well for that continuation. Yeah, not much here to add. Bart Simpson, if it goes down on the 1 hourly time frame, says Johnny Katche. Maybe. Yeah, this is also kind of a Bart Simpson pattern, right? This used to happen a lot on Bitcoin. It doesn't happen that often right now, where you do have, the Bart Simpson pattern right over there. Is this kind of it? Is this the kind of pattern? A major low is put in. We do not know if the macro low is in though. Technically, we could correct to like 25, even 40K and still make the low the real macro low. Yeah, for me, it's going to give... I'm happy, you know, I'm going to start being bullish if we do successfully break above $22,000 range, okay? If we do break, okay, I'm not saying we could not come down. I'm going to start using Elliott wave counts, of course, on the macro and see what is going on and how far up we could go. But till that happens, you know, I don't want to have any I'm not going to over-analyze something that hasn't happened and has confirmed me to go to lower levels. We would have to see a big breakout here, guys. If this does happen, I would be pretty confident that we are potentially going to have quite an extensive move to the upside before we might come down again, of course, and come close to the lows. But if we start getting above all of these lower highs, I will be saying on my channel, you know, the lows are actually potentially likely in, okay? Not meaning that we could get very close to them again to $19,000 and then have another multi-monthly consolidation and then start moving up. If we start seeing this kind of price action, guys, and we have a large consolidation here at end of 2023, beginning of 2024, you know, it's going to be pretty clear that this will be the last moment to accumulate. In my opinion, if we start consolidating like this, you know, or very slightly lower lows, kind of a descending wedge scenario, something very similar to what happened right over here. Okay, if we start seeing this kind of price action after, you know, a movement up like this, and then start moving down, and then suddenly we get this kind of price action, you know, right there. Then yeah, I would be saying, hey, you know, get ready, because this movement is selling exhaustion. It's selling exhaustion. If we start seeing a disbelief rally, you know, a relief rally like this, disbelief rally basically, and then movement down, I'm going to say, hey, you know, make sure. I'm not going to, obviously no financial advice, but I will be saying to you what I am doing. You know, I'm stacking up here Bitcoin as much as I can, because this is very likely going to be very, very close to the bottom, and we're going to start seeing fireworks here from this, you know, bearish exhaustion. Yeah, if we do rally from this range in the next coming weeks, yeah, no doubt in my mind, we'll be coming back down close to the lows here again. You know, this is not going to be a recovery that is going to go to all-time high, no doubt. You know, we could go to 30K, 40K would be a little bit too bullish, especially if it's in the short, you know, in a very short period of time. Then we'll be coming down fast, aggressively as well. But whatever happens in the next coming weeks and months, if it starts rallying up, guys, yeah, no doubt, you know, the all-time highs is very unlikely. You know, we'll be coming back down again, you know, just like what happened here back in 2019, right? Very, very similar scenario, I would expect. This is for the investors. 22K is my target to short, lol. Yeah, also... If we get above this 21.4K high like this, you know, and start getting acceptance again like that, you know, I'm definitely looking for shorts. You know, the problem is we haven't created a failed breakout here for the moment on Bitcoin, so I'm not interested. I do think that these highs can be claimed. We can hit the weekly at 21.8 and then get another rejection and acceptance, but back below this low here. Then I would be confident for some shorting levels. It's just, yeah, I'm waiting, guys. It's a patient game. I do not know if this is going to break up or down. You know, what I am clear, you know, there's pretty nice support at 19.2. We're just, over $1,500 away from there now. It's not impossible. There will be some nice scalp and day trades if we do have a confirmation move down. I see this unlikely doing this and then this. Obviously, if it does have a successful breakdown, I do see a little bit of a, you know, larger correction here till we start finding some support and then movement back up again, if that were to be the case. Yeah, not much to say, guys. Tomorrow the markets are closed, so hopefully, you know, we're going to see some, at least some volatility. Only trading, not long-term portfolio. So Sam James, I like to, you know, have an investment portfolio of Bitcoin and Ethereum and some altcoins. I actually managed to quit my job thanks to the big massive pump on my portfolio, you know, and only cashing out 25%. You know, it was still my early trading days. You know, and you know, I was losing money on 2017, 2018, 2019 was break even with my trading, but was buying heavily crypto. 2020 started to be, you know, profitable, but not much, not making tens of thousands, you know, a month. And, you know, 2021, massive bull run, you know, I suddenly see my portfolio do a 50x, you know, and I was like, wow, with different altcoins, you know, VeChain was one of my best buys that I bought in C19 crash. And that managed me, you know, to help me out here. I was starting to be profitable in trading, and I thought, right, that's it. Start YouTube, start, you know, education on trading, and stacking up some more Bitcoin. What is the meaning of inverse? What is the meaning on inverse in Bybit? So inverse perpetual, that means that you are using, for example, the actual cryptocurrency, right? So you're using Bybit, you're using Bitcoin, you're using Ethereum, you're using ADA. They will also have ADA, inverse ADA. There's the US dollar tether perpetual, right? Which is using US dollar. From C19 lows to the all-time highs to now seems to be following the rules of bullish shark harmonic to the letter. Bullish shark. The thing about the bullish shark is, yeah, let's go through the bullish shark here 1 second, because I do. Bullish shark is the 0.88, so we just slightly below the 7.8. I mean, a bullish shark, yeah. If we were to come down to the 0.88, which is $11,000, I mean, that would be obviously my ultimate low bottom level for Bitcoin. I don't think it would successfully break down 12K. The 0.88 would be my level, you know, of extreme buying and looking for long levels, you know, 10, 11K range. But it does make sense. It would be a perfect shark pattern because, you know, from this low to the high, whoops, and then to this high, we got 0.13, and then we got, you know, the 0.88 should be lower. If we were to hit the 0.88, which is around about 11K, then it would be a perfect shark pattern, right? Sorry, that's the bearish one. Let me just get this one right there. Right, that would be, you know, 0.13, which is the expansion from X to A, right? 0.13 right there. Yeah, it would be, yeah, round about there, 0.88. Are we going to go lower? That is the question. You know, if it does, then I would be pretty bullish at those levels. But I want to trade the zone, guys. Do a lot of day trading. I mean, I had no idea it was a bank holiday tomorrow in the US. I wanted some volatility. I wanted to get into those potential trades, live streams, guys, doing a bit of day trading and scalping on the US Open. Okay, seeing a bit of volatility, but maybe we're not going to see much, guys. We're going to have to break out from this zone. It's getting squeezed. We're getting squeezed in the zone, so we're going to have to break out from it. We're going to 3K, says Alukad. Wow. That is a massive bearish prediction. I don't know if we're going to go to 3K. How many people will be buying Bitcoin at 3K? Come on. I mean, I think that is not a realistic target for Bitcoin to go down to $3,000. You know, I know there's a lot of people that will be buying millions of dollars of Bitcoin, you know, down at 3K. It's just, they won't be sustainable. I think there's a lot of people that have been buying at 15K anyway. So exactly, we're coming down after the small correction we're in right now. Potentially, yes. No, Andy, 2000, Sam James says, Andy, 2017 bull high is wave 1. Okay. Retrace in wave 2. Why is it wave 1 though? Why is it wave 1? Okay, I guess you're going with Elliott wave theory. I've seen all sorts on Elliott wave. Would be interesting. After, I would go with a new theory of Elliott wave theory if we do break above this high. Because it was going to be interesting. We're going to take a look at some potential waves to the upside. For the moment, this for me would still be it's still a clear ABC, guys. Then of course it would invalidate if we break above this level. If we do successfully break above this range, this no longer would be an ABC. You know, it would be a start of some more waves to the upside. But it needs a successful break above this range. You know, we could wick above it. It will still be much valid. That's someone here saying that if it goes to 3K, I will take a loan of 1 million and buy it, says Nadim. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that would actually do this. So 3K is unlikely, in my opinion. If it happens, I know there's a lot of people that will buy it. Me all in if 3K happens. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's going to be all in at 3K, right? So this is just unlikely to happen. To see Bitcoin that low. 3K is like the 100K of 2021. Yeah, very true. Even 9K, even 7, 8K, I would say, sub 10K is the 100K from 2021. So meaning that, you know, sub 10K Bitcoin is unlikely in my opinion. I think 11, 12K Bitcoin is already really cheap. You know, I would say, wow, I'm going to buy a lot. And I know a lot of people will as well. So if you assume that, you know, people want to buy cheap, I think we're not going to go that low. So we've got Sam James saying here, wave 1 is retraced in wave 2. So 2017 bull high is wave 1. Wow, we're going to have to go to the extreme macro on the Brave New Coin chart, right? There's something that I prepared. Let's just get this out of the way. So you are saying that the 2017 high is wave 1, but you'd have to give an explanation on why is that wave 1, right? So we're going to the log, go to the log here, and you know you are saying that this is wave 1, you know, but what about this kind of price action, right? Why would be this wave 1? Retrace in wave 2 to the low. Wave 3 is 21 all-time high. All-time high. Wave 4 to our low. Gonna have to give a bit of more explanation here on that. Do you think 14, 12K Bitcoin is still possible? Says Moon Hunter. I'm gonna say yes. Still yes. I'm going to say still yes. I'm still holding bearish because of stock market. It's going to start facing a lot of resistance. Stock market needs a large, big breakout here, which I think could happen. And it might be a massive, large liquidity grab, you know, short squeeze, and then might fall down. You know, the possibilities are there. But overall, yeah, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin. I was bullish coming all the way up from, you know, 17K to 19K. I wasn't expecting such a higher pump here to 21K levels. But like I explained, we're still macro bearish, okay? If we do get successfully above this range, it will be looking pretty good, guys. The last lower high macro low right there. So if it does manage to get above this level, then it's going to be looking pretty exciting here for the next couple of months. Then we could largely get a correction maybe, and then, you know, start mooning again. Right. I would be surprised at 14k, says Nadim. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely possible, says Long Mountain. Andy, I share with you bullish Gartley pattern in Ethereum in 1 week chart from June 2022. Target hitted. I do not take the trade. Bullish Gartley pattern on the weekly. Bullish Gartley on Ethereum on the weekly. Oh. Let's take a look at this bullish Gartley pattern on Ethereum on the weekly. Is it this one over here? There was a really nice bullish Gartley pattern mentioned on Ethereum, not on the such higher time frames. Okay, this is probably it, right? Because you are hitting that 7.8 at this low. There was another one that I liked more, mentioned on the channel. So basically you got this Gartley right there, you know, hitting the 7.8 range right there. But the one that I was mentioning on the channel, this was a beautiful Gartley pattern, and you know, this was an absolutely insane long trade, right? We had the Gartley from this pivot low to the high right there, 618 retracement down to the 7.8 region, as you can see, having a large consolidation. This was an insane buy at the 1,200 range, you know, at least to the 618 from C to D, right? The 618 was the take profit at 1,550 range. This was an insane Gartley pattern. This was mentioned, you know, late September, beginning of October, saying, guys, we're likely going to pump here. We're likely going to consolidate, you know, and we've seen the exhaustion of the bearishness. We are likely going to get that pump. This was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful long position right there. Andy, do you prefer Dubai or England, and why? Hey, I live in Mallorca. I'm Spanish. I was born in Mallorca. My mum is British, but you know, yeah, if you ask me Dubai or England, I would say Dubai. England is cold and miserable. But yeah, Dubai weather, and there's so much stuff to do in Dubai. But I actually prefer Mallorca. I'm from Mallorca, so I absolutely love this island. Yeah, BNB looks quite bad in the BTC pair. You can take a look at that. Yeah, BNB. I think BNB is getting a lot of FUD. A lot of FUD because of basically, you know, a lot of people are saying that the BNB exchange, the Binance exchange is going to collapse. But yeah, no, very, very, very aggressive downtrend, of course. It looks like it potentially could recover. This does not look bad. Basically, it is not looking that bad. You know, basically, this is just the selling pressure has got massively exhausted. Pac-Man, thanks for joining. Seb, also, I love Mallorca. Gaia, yeah, Mallorca's great. The Dubai boys and the exchanges caused this short squeeze. Dubai Mafia. Or bad, depends on your side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ibiza, the space and amnesia. Yeah. Space doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Andy, with a 98% success rate on your predictions, I've just went through the last 3 months of videos, says ET1 Investment. Wow. Actually, someone taking a look, because I get a lot of new subscribers, you know, and you know, the last one was not good, guys. It was not good. We will be talking about the bad prediction here. This was a bad prediction of getting a rejection. I'll talk about it. You know, I hate those people that only talk about the good things, right? This was a bad prediction. We can talk about it for the next coming days. We got rejected, guys. It was such a big resistance zone, but the short squeeze was real. You know, we talked about the possibility of this happening. And not laddering into short positions. And you know what happens after it happened? I get a bunch of, you know, messages and people losing money. I'm like, what the hell, guys? You basically do not pay attention of risk management. This is not what you want to do. People in short positions here still holding, expecting, you know, asking me, hey, do you think we're going to come back down? And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you know, get your risk management well in place before you start doing any type of trading. So yeah, that's very nice for you to say, ET1 investment. Yeah, predictions have been absolutely insane for the last few months, November, December. You know, this entire trading range was absolutely incredible. It was my best few weeks of trading was in between November and December of 2022. It was very much said on the channel, very excited. Then we had the pump that happened, you know, last week to 19K. And then, you know, then we've had this one, which was the bad prediction of getting that rejection. But yeah, we need to be totally transparent here. The most important thing is I did not lose money, you know. Imagine on my analysis, I'm saying, hey guys, you know, I'm in the short protecting position. If not, I'll put it my stop loss above the wick high. Obviously, I was already protected from that position, like shared on the live stream. Didn't lose any of my capital with a bad prediction. Why? Risk management, guys. Number one thing. Seb, what you on about? Only thing that gives better returns than Bitcoin is property in Mallorca. That is definitely, you know, I'm renting and I'm paying a huge amount. You know, for what I'm paying here rent, I could rent in Dubai center. No, no doubt. Yeah. Property here is crazy. Crazy high. Hopefully we're going to see a crash in, you know, a housing bubble again. Andy and Jason Casper are best traders on YouTube. He's actually really good. I've been checking some of his latest videos. He's doing pretty good. He's doing all right. He's doing good. I absolutely love him. He's a great character, Jason Casper. You know, he's a country guy. He's a country trader. He's there with his chickens and his. I've done a couple of collabs with him. I need to get him on the channel again. Should I get Jason Casper on the channel again, guys? I'm going to put a poll on that. People really do not like collabs, but once in a while they're fun to do. You know, it's fun to get other influencers on the channel for me, guys. You know, even though some people don't like them, you know, it's just for their opinion and just to have basically a laugh or you know or their opinion basically. Should I get Jason Casper on the channel? Let me know, guys, in the poll. Say yes or no. Should I get Jason Casper on the channel? Definitely, says Ante. One run prediction. Do not change the power of King Andy, says Aditya. Yeah. It's fine. Now we're consolidating. You know, still want to look for shorts, guys. I don't want to fight the trend, but we need to remember that the macro trend is still down, and this has just been basically a massive short liquidation event. Wait, what country do you live in? Spain. Andy, do you think we will reclaim 21K or more downside? Hey, Stephen, yeah, I think that potentially that we could get claim 21K and have a corrective move, guys. This is ready for a correction. You know, but Bitcoin is here to surprise people as well. I was surprised from this pump. I was saying, wow, what a pump. This actually met the exact target from this channel, right? The higher lows and highs, you know, higher highs. We got rejection, you know, we got bounce, bounce, rejection, rejection right there. We did get a reaction. So you have an ascending channel here, right? And this actually, you know, met the target. The projected move is the width of the channel. And it met it exactly, guys. Exactly the exact target, which is the width of the channel, was met here. This is ready for a correction. You know, I would be extremely surprised, you know, if we were to have a blast off here to $22.5, $23,000. I would be like, wow, you know, what is going on? So I would expect a correction from this range. But guys, you know, if we're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. We want to have good risk management. I would love for the highs to be taken. Take the highs of 21.4 and get rejection. Then I would say, hey, it's time to short and time to take profits as soon as you claim the low and potentially look for lower, right, on that potential movement. Let's see how we claim the highs. Yeah, let's see how we claim the highs. I think it's very, very possible that we're going to claim it in the next coming hours. So it's a possible movement. So if you're saying that we're going to claim the highs, why not long now? Hey, yeah, this is also something that you could do. You know, I think there's potentially a slightly higher probability that we might claim the highs. So, but if at this point, it's a 1-to-1 risk to reward, as you can see, because stop loss would be below this low, in my opinion. You know, on Bybit, you would have got stopped out with this wick if you would have had a tight stop loss. It's a 1-to-1 trade though. I'm not interested in this trade. I want to see at least a 1.5 risk to reward of what I'm risking. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Not much going on. Stay safe. If I get into any trades, I'll let the community know on the Telegram. 23K says Elon the fraud Musk. Maybe yes, maybe yes. Someone saying a Bart pattern. Jason Casper, I got over 100 votes. Should I get Jason Casper on the channel? I've got 77% of people saying yes. So we'll try and get him for next week or in the next 2 weeks. He can share his analysis. He's doing pretty good. I've actually seen some videos, some live streams, and he's been doing pretty good on his trades. Not gonna lie. We need a short correction to continue upwards. Yeah, maybe. It's a short squeeze on the like button. Yes, it is. Guys, smash up the like button. Remember the exchanges that I use is Bybit, PrimeXBT as well. I'm in a negative on PrimeXBT. Let's see what happens. I will decide on Tuesday if I'm going to close this short position. We closed slightly above my my entry point on the short. It's at minus $200. I'm not going to let this one go, you know, minus a couple of thousand. All right, I will exit the position and look at what could potentially happen on the S&P. But we have bank holiday tomorrow, so no S&P 500. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Thank you for joining. Remember, you do have insane bonuses down below. Okay, on Bybit and PrimeXBT, they're the exchanges that I use for my trading. Check them out because you have $30,000 worth of bonus. If you sign up with the link down below, it's at the rewards hub where you can claim this bonus, okay, all depending on what you deposit. PrimeXBT, you want to trade stock market, oil, gold, natural gas, you know, huge amount of markets using crypto as collateral. You got $7,000 of bonus to be claimed. You get 7% added to your deposit with Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promo code, guys, okay? Only for experienced traders. If you're not experienced, make sure to enjoy your learning curve, okay? Thank you, guys, and I will see you in the next one.